Okay, guys, what is up, everyone, and welcome back once again. In today's video, we're going to be having a look at Bitcoin specifically. The market right now is actually indeed burning and crashing, and something that I want to have a look at. Yes, I am using a white screen today because I am currently outside right now doing this video for you guys, this emergency video. But something that I want to have a look at is this pattern right now. Okay, so I drew this actually earlier today, and as you guys can see right here, yes, this was a cross resistant pattern, cross support resistance, and it's actually interesting that all the way down this line we're getting supported, and right here we saw a higher low. So this is actually pretty negative and bearish sign in my opinion. This is of course on the daily time frame. And I don't know what other YouTubers are saying or not, but the fact that we got rejected right here at the support is not the best sign, guys. So can we see essentially Bitcoin come back down? Because what are we saying all the way down to 15,000, guys, or 22,000 approximately? And the reason why I'm saying this is because, look, we came back up right here, peaked at 64,000, came back down, and we were essentially trending around this channel. So are we right now in a descending channel? Okay, we got rejected right here at the support, so things are looking very interesting right now. The good thing about this though, guys, so I'm not completely bearish, and I know a lot of you might say, oh, but yesterday you were bullish and then today you're bearish. Well, let me tell you something. The charts is not actually prediction, it's a reaction. So you guys, including myself, have to we're always changing. Okay, so the charts are always moving, we're always finding new patterns, and so on. So anyways, let's have a look at this line right here. Okay, so first of all, the good news is we do have a support right here, a pretty decent and strong support right here. So we got 4 touches. Okay, so we are essentially in this triangle right now. It's not an ascending or descending triangle, but we are in this pattern. Now if we break out of this pattern, then it would be a good news, and I'll tell you why. If we manage to break out above this trend line right now, this descending trend or this negative or downwards trend line, then we could see making a move to the upside essentially. If we break below this line right here, I wouldn't be surprised if we come back to at least this support right here. Let's draw a line. I wouldn't be surprised if we come back to at least the support at 32,000. So it's going to be honestly very interesting to see what happens with Bitcoin and crypto in the next couple of next few days or next couple of weeks. Of course, guys, make sure you're not playing with high leverage. I wouldn't be trading right now with high leverage. Things are looking very deadly. As you guys can see right now, the whole market is bleeding because of Bitcoin. That's why I always started with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is king. As you guys know, Bitcoin is currently down 2.5% right now. And look, VRA, one of my favorite coins on the past couple of weeks, is down 10%. So another thing I want to have a look at, guys, is the trend is your friend right here. Something I've always mentioned, we actually tried coming back above the trend and we failed to do so. So essentially, we are below the trend line right now, at least on the daily time frame. So things are looking pretty bad in my opinion. Let's have a look at the exponential moving average and see what's up right here. So having a look on the daily time frame on the EMA ribbon, if we zoom in, we are actually retesting the 55 exponential moving average, which is pretty good. It's we're still holding. Okay, we're still in a bull cycle, at least in this period right here. And no, I'm not dictating all this, and I'm not saying, oh, just because we're above this, we're in a bull market, and if we're below this, we're in a bear market. No, I'm not completely saying that. But if we go back to this chart and starting even right here, starting on October, the 17th of October, 2020, we saw a few touches right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We saw 7 touches essentially before seeing this short-term bear market. And ever since we broke below that, essentially, it was very hard for us to essentially break back above the exponential moving average. So this is why the EMA ribbons is very important in my opinion, on the daily time frame. Now let's have a look at the regular moving average. Okay, so now on the regular moving average, if we take this away, let's take that away too. We are hitting right now the 50 moving average right now. So the 50 moving average is the essentially the yellow line right here that we are seeing, and we are below the 200 moving average. Now we haven't been below the 200 moving average ever since the 20th of August. So approximately a month we haven't been below. We've been trending quite nicely towards the upside until we saw this massive wick. And as you guys can see, this massive wick was actually a resistance on the trend line. Okay. So yes, the trend is your friend, of course, guys, as you know, and it's actually something that I didn't pay attention right here, something that I should have known better, but I unfortunately did not pay attention of that. So let's have a look. Let's take the 9 moving average. So in my opinion, if we do break below the 50 moving average, things are gonna get very very ugly, because not only are we gonna break some support right here, at least on the shorter time frame, but we're definitely gonna come back to 40,000. If that happens, we're most likely gonna see a bloody altcoin cycle or market, of course. Not a surprise there. Of course, don't panic sell. I see a lot of panic sellers right here. Look at that, minus 10%. That's just a lot of people panic selling, essentially, and it's just not good to panic sell. What you want to do is you want to be buying when there's blood on the streets, and this is just a discount right here. VRA at 35 is a steal in my opinion. So even Crow, look at that at 17 cents, pretty good buy. Anyways, so yeah, that being said, that's it for Bitcoin, at least on the daily time frame. Let's have a look on the 4 hour time frame. On the 4 hour time frame, we are in this area right here. We are trending, and I really don't like this zone right here, because usually when we see a dump and then a consolidation like this, it's usually followed by another dump. Okay, so can we see essentially Bitcoin come back down? Yes, very possible. The other thing I don't like is that on the 4 hour time frame we are below the 200 moving average, which is something I really am not a fan of. So like I said, guys, it's going to be very interesting. Hopefully we could stay optimistic. Hopefully there's going to be some optimistic news on Bitcoin, and we could see a little pump. A lot of you will say, technical analysis doesn't work, but we've seen a lot of good positive news on the market. We saw essentially we saw Panama, they want to legal tender Bitcoin. Ukraine also. We saw El Salvador officially legal tenderize Bitcoin. So things are looking very very solid right now into the market. It's just a uh, small correction, of course. Some coins I want to have a look at. Let's have a look. I covered VRA a lot as much as I want to cover it. We could have a small look right here. We are still below the 200 moving average, so things are looking solid for VRA right now. We're still in an uptrend, in my opinion. If we manage to come back down to 3 cents, I think we would still be in good hands, in my opinion. But let's have a look at some coins like okay, let's have a look at Sol. Okay, Sol is very very strong and powerful coin right now. The reason why I want to cover Sol is because a couple of you in the group wanted me to cover Sol. So let's take that away. So first of all, Sol, we are still in a trend. Okay, and I did mention, if you guys saw my prediction, I'm gonna leave it on top in or in the description below. I did mention that my prediction was $250. I believe it was a week ago, when Sol was at like approximately 94, which was right here. When Sol was like at 95, 94, I mentioned that my prediction would be $250. We peaked all the way to 215, 220. So that's pretty good. As you guys can see, we're still in the trend. The trend is your friend until it bends. As you guys can see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 touches. So coming back to this line would be good. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a nice little bounce right here on Solana, and then pop back up. But the other thing is that we are also in a broadening wedge right here, which is or how do you call it? A megaphone. People call this a megaphone. So it's pretty good, as you guys can see. Bullish pattern. Look at that, boom, getting wider and wider and wider. So things are going to be very very interesting on Solana, as you guys can see. Still a very very powerful coin. Um, let's have a look on the daily time frame real quick. Boom, on the daily time frame, having a look at the RSI. So on the RSI, we're still pretty overbought, as you guys can see. We got a nice little rejection right here at the 88 at the 88 index right here. So usually when anything is above 70, it's usually overbought and you want to look for a sell. But of course, that's not always the case. As you guys can see right here, we were above 70 at approximately $43, and it continued to go up. And the reason why that is because we never actually saw a real correction on Solana. So can Solana fall below 70, or at the 70? Is that a good support on the RSI, and is that a buy indicator essentially? So that's actually very very interesting, and we're gonna have to wait in the next couple of days. Of course, no trading zone, as you guys know. No buy zone. I'm not doing anything right now. I'm not trading right now until further confirmation. Going back into Bitcoin, having a look at the RSI, we are below 50, which is never a good sign to be below 50. And the reason why is because 50 is approximately right here, and we saw a strong resistance at 50 right here, and we saw support at the 50 RSI level, and now we are below 50. We're currently at approximately 40.89. The good news is that we are at 40, and we're currently trading at 45,000 exactly. So that's a pretty good and solid news. That means by the time we get to 30,000, if we do go to 30,000, or even to 40,000, we're going to be pretty oversold, which is a good sign. Having a look back at the weekly, guys. So having a look at the weekly, things are looking pretty solid in my opinion. Okay, the only thing I don't like is that yes, we could be in a bear flag. Okay, I mean in a bull flag. So this can take a few weeks, maybe a few months for us to essentially pop back up and break all-time highs. This trend line, I'm not a fan of, guys. It's two touches is it's essentially a confirmation of a trend line. Usually, if we get another touch right here, like I would say in the next couple of weeks, if we do something like this, sorry, if we do something like this, um, then get rejected and then come back down, that's going to be very tough to break that trend line, in my opinion. But having a look at the weekly, we needed a correction. We saw six candles, six straight green candles essentially. So things are looking pretty good. Now the positive sign that we could have a look at over here is that we are getting hit at the exponential moving average right here on the weekly time frame, which is fantastic. I like it. Things are looking pretty good in my opinion. Um, right here, we never really clearly broke below the exponential moving average. It wasn't a clean breakout. I would have called it a clean breakout if we actually closed below it properly, and we didn't. We saw a nice little peak and then pop back up. So things are looking pretty good right now. Of course, guys, I'm going to continue to update every day. So if you guys like this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.